We feel like elevated casual wear for women is a complete gap in the market. There's a ton of brands living in a very saturated pocket in the market right now, and we want to live outside of that space and really create a line that truly epitomizes the Southern California lifestyle through elevated, everyday casual wear that transcends niche trends and fads. It's crazy to think, but the conversations that I've had surrounding TravisMathew Women literally go back 10 years. The leadership team at TM and myself have gone back and forth over that time, honestly conceptualizing what the women's brand could be and just kind of daydreaming about it. They've spent years marinating on the idea of women's, all along while building this really clear brand focus and foundation on the men's side that's incredibly stable. And at the same time, I've been thinking on it. So this last year when we finally wrote the business plan for it and decided to move forward, we were all in a really confident spot to be able to do it and know that we had the foundation to do it right and in a very thoughtful way that gave us this all-in mentality with launching it. We're not looking to just dabble in women's, and this line wasn't a knee-jerk reaction like you see from other brands, because we're trying to build something that's meaningful, that has longevity, and that takes time in putting the pieces into place strategically and mindfully. We're at the starting gate, and we've hired a tremendous team on all angles of the business who are able to take this vision to reality, and that's really exciting. My background really bridges both sides of the apparel industry as a buyer merchandiser earlier in my career, but then I've spent the last 12 years as a design director and vice president for some really tremendous apparel brands. So it's given me this very well-rounded understanding and respect for both sides of the business. But I would say what truly, to me, is the most important thing about my background is my relationship to TravisMathew as a brand. 14 years ago, I sat across from our now CEO, Ryan Ellis, and he presented the line to me at a trade show. And I was just so refreshed by this brand's ability to make something simple but significant, and I love that concept. So that background of having the history of knowing TM and seeing where they started and seeing where they are now, and having such a passion for what they've done and continue to do, gives me great direction and drive to be able to translate that same mission on the women's side of the business. Before we ever talked fabric or design or vision, we're talking about who is the TravisMathew woman in painstaking detail. You have to know who that customer is inside and out, what lines they currently shop, what wearing occasions in their life we want to cover, where she vacations and resides. It's funny to think about, but it's absolutely to that level of depth to do it right. So what we determined from all of this is that the TravisMathew woman is someone who lives life fully, consciously and intentionally engaging with her experiences and her relationships. It's this woman that you think of as being wildly authentic, but it's not in a flashy way, it's not overdone, trying too hard. It's all in this very understated way that puts her natural beauty and her easy confidence at the forefront. And we're just aiming to make apparel that highlights her and functions through her in so many different aspects of her life. But also you have to combine that desire for functionality met with her desire for style and for overall appearance. So we've got to be able to achieve kind of both sides of things. Like so many women at TM, I'm a busy mom with 2 little boys and a demanding career, and it's like, what do I want to wear every day that gets me out of leggings and allows me to feel like I got dressed, but in something that feels great and transitions me through the day? We really focused in on key design concepts to drive the visuals of the line, like airy, lightweight fabrics, elevated but subtle details, truly wearable colors. So you combine all of these visual cues with the inspiration drawn from the customer. What does this very authentic woman who lives life fully wear in her busy, everyday life when she wants to be comfortable? But here's the difference between us and our focus versus athleisure brands is she also wants to look like she got dressed. So you'll see the design focus continue to develop and evolve more and more as we release each new collection, all in an effort to really create an elevated casual wear line that epitomizes the Southern California lifestyle. We've invested so heavily in this vision, and we've assembled a tremendous team focused solely on our women's division of fashion designers, technical designers, fit and pattern experts, product developers, and so on, that we're really able to take this vision to a reality now. It's surreal in the most amazing way to see the product actually come to life. So when you finally get to a photo shoot and the product is real and it's showcased on these really vibrant women who are genuinely happy in it, It's really the first time I'm able to pull myself out of the weeds and take a little breath and see what our team's been able to accomplish. That's the ultimate kind of pinch me, ugly cry moment for sure. And it's the best. And just to see where we've gotten to at this point and now where we're headed is such a thrill. I know it's going to be an amazing journey for TravisMathew Women's in general, and I just have such a tremendous sense of gratitude to be a part of it. What our goal certainly is on the women's side is that we stay close enough to mainstream fashion to be meaningful and current, but we do it in a way that's more timeless and wearable. You've got to be in tune with what's going on across so many different apparel market spaces 100%. But what you don't have to do is be a victim to chasing down every trend and fad wildly. Where we'll spend our energy on is sourcing super luxurious, high quality, amazing hand-fill fabrics that are a key focus of TravisMathew. Staying in front of those fabric trends and techniques and then combining that with the wearable designs is paramount to our success. We've had this female customer really begging for women's for a long time. TM Men's created its own category in the apparel space really, and I believe we can do the same thing with women's. As the line grows and evolves, we're looking forward to continuing to add categories like performance lifestyle and footwear and headwear and accessories, and for us it's about the progression. We're starting with really accessible designs in great fabrication and silhouettes that will continue to evolve into a women's wear brand that eventually is the everyday go-to for our female customer. This is really just the start for us.